Hello, brothers. Hello, sisters. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. How you doing, Sister Cheryl Smith? How you doing, Sister Pamela? How you doing? Come on in. Come on in. We're going to have to get on this particular topic. I know this is one of those topics by elephant in the room, per se. Too many people don't talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it tonight. It's something that we need to really get into, my brothers and sisters. This is for the brothers and sisters and why brothers think some of the way they do. And not only why brothers think some of the way that they do, sister, why do you think some of the things that you do about yourselves? We're about to get into this content. Let's let a few more people get into this, and we're going to jump into this particular content. I hope that you all had a very good day, because I surely did. Waiting for a few more people to come in so we could jump on this topic. I can't wait to get into it, my brothers. I can't wait to get into it, my sister. I think this is going to be a very enlightening topic tonight. If you want to chime in, you can say whatever you want to say, but be very respectful. Along the way, be respectful to the broadcast, to your other brothers and sisters that'll be listening, and to me too. So I want you to feel free, brothers, just express yourself as the show goes on, okay? So we can conversate that particular way. So be respectful. I'm going to be respectful to you. We got a few more seconds before we get into this content. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to jump in. How you doing, Sister Brenda K? How you doing? How you doing? We about to get into it. Yes. Thank you, Brother Genesis, for bringing us in with that good music. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well. Here we go again. How you brothers and sisters doing? We are at the point called the weekend, baby. How you all doing tonight? Me, myself, my brothers and sisters, you know how I roll. I'm like, if I were back there in bed, Rock, with the Flintstone, I'd be saying yabba dabba do. How you all doing out there? I hope that you all are doing well. How you doing, mother? As a matter of fact, I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling excellent, blessed with a twist of serenity. That's just how good I'm feeling, my brother and sister. And I'm so glad to be here, and I'm blessed to be here before you, my brothers, and you, my sister, because I definitely like spending time with you all too. We family here, okay? Remember, we are family, and we're about to get into it. We got some seats up at the front. Come on up a little closer. And I want you to be able to sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. You just chill tonight. This is a weekend night, and we are going to chill, and we're going to enjoy this broadcast, okay? For those of you that this might be your first time watching the broadcast, my name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk about relationships. I talk about relationship pertaining to that of a man and a woman that should be in, think about them in a serious, committed, and it should convert to a covenant relationship. I believe strongly in a relationship strictly between a man and a woman. I'm not being biased, but that's just what I believe, and I believe it because I look at it from a biblical point of view or perspective. When I look at the book of Genesis, I've seen how God created this world, and he started this world out with a man, not two men. He didn't start this world off with two women. He started off with a man and a woman. God had a unique relationship separately. The man, he had a unique relationship with the man, first of all, a very special and unique relationship. And then he stepped to the side with the real brother man, that man being Adam, and he formed a woman. And he had a unique relationship with the woman before he presented the woman to Adam. And when he brought the woman to the mist, and before God, Adam said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I should call a woman, because she came from man. That's the position that I come from. If you don't believe in the concept of man and woman, or if you are in any type of relationship other than that, you could exercise your free will here. You could do whatever you want to do, but if you're watching this particular broadcast, I want you to be here and try to get something out of it, my brothers and sisters, okay? With that said, tonight's topic is, how do men view women body weight and shape? And you know I talk in threes, okay? How do men view women body weight and shape? This is going to be a good one tonight. How do men view women body weight and shape. Now, the word weight, my brother and sister, let's define weight. Weight is defined as the body-related mass or quality of matter contained by it, giving rise to a downward force, the heaviness of a person or thing, or to say it differently, the standard or established amount that a thing should weigh. Now, keep this in mind. This is what we're talking about, the body weight of a woman. So when we talk about weight, we're going to focus on the standard or established amount that a thing should weigh, what a thing should weigh, okay? And then we're going to get to shape. Shape is defined as the external form or outline of someone or something. So that's what a shape is. It's an external form. Now, my brother and sister, there are no two people that are built the same or weigh the same. No, there are not no two people that built and weigh the exact same thing. Because you got different, they might weigh the same or they might be built the same, but they don't have the combo of weighing the same and shaped the same way. It might appear like it's like that, but it doesn't. You know why? Because, brother and sister, you are uniquely made. You are uniquely made. There's nobody made exactly like you. No one. No one, even if you are a twin or you have a twin, you and your twin might look alike, but you're still different. Something as simple as your fingerprints are different. Your teeth are different. It's something that's going to be different about you, even though you appear to look the same. You're not. How you doing, Sister Flo Harvey Martin? So keep that in mind. For those of you that are coming in, tonight's topic is how do men view women body weight and shape. Now, let's look at it from a spiritual standpoint before we get to what I'm really going to talk about. Now, keep this in mind. My brother and sister, you are uniquely made. Sisters, listen to what I'm about to say. This applies to all men and women, but sister, listen carefully to what I'm about to say. King David wrote this, and he wrote this in Psalms 139:14. Again, Psalms 139:14. Psalms 139:14. What did King David write? This is what King David said. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. You understand that, my brothers and sisters? That is something that you need to keep in mind, my sister, while I'm getting into this. Like I said, King David, he wrote this. He was inspired to write this. I praise you. He was talking to God. And he said, because I am fearfully and wonderful made. Your works are wonderful. So my sister, what I'm about to talk about, you're going to have to understand this. You got to put yourself like David saying and apply to you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Okay? You are fearfully and wonderfully made. So I'm going to get more into it. And in Genesis 1:27 says, so God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God created him, them, male and female, he created them. So sister, not only are you fearfully and wonderful made, you were made in the image of God. That's from the inside, okay? Because God is a spirit. So you got some very important attributes that you need to keep in mind as I get into this dialogue, okay? Remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made according to what David was inspired to write, because this goes for anyone, my brother and sister. There's no two people like sister. There's nobody exactly like you. Now, sisters, this is the main thing. This is the main thing we're going to be talking about. And the question, this is the thing, sister, is it for you or for a man or a woman? What do I mean, sister, is it for you or for a man or men? I'll put it that way. What I'm saying is, when you look at yourself, my sisters, is it for a man or men? Why are you doing what you're doing? There are a lot of you sisters right now, you look in the mirror and you're not content with what you see. No matter what you do, you're not content. How you doing, Sister Jane? How you doing, Auntie? You're not content. And some of you know that I'm telling the truth. You're not content. Now, let's first talk about the media and how the media set you sisters up, okay? Let's talk about how the media, and it's a subconscious thing. When you look at the media, my sisters, the media, how you doing, Sister Tat? The media tell you all how a woman should look. The media tell you, and it don't directly tell you a lot, it indirectly tell you. It tells you you should be a certain skin tone. It tells you you should be a certain body weight. And it also tells you that you should be shaped a certain type of way. That's what the media do to you. Now, what is behind the media? Men are behind the media, and you got some women too that work with these men behind the media. So what the media does to you sisters, a lot of you sisters, not all of you, the media, so it plants an image in your mind that you need to be, like I said, you need to be a certain tint in your skin tone. You need to weigh a certain amount, and you need to be shaped. So some of you sisters, you don't realize that you trying to conform to the image of what the media or quote unquote the world tell you how much you should weigh and how you should be shaped. That's why a lot of sisters, you go down to Brazil and all that kind of stuff, and you get these operations, and a lot of times you're putting yourself at risk, trying to look a certain way. Now, a lot of you sisters, not all of you, but a lot of you sisters on a subconscious level, a lot of you try to get the approval of a man or men. You're looking for validation. That's what a lot of you sisters looking for. Not all of you, but you're looking for validation. Instead of remember what I said earlier, Psalms 139:14, you don't, some of you don't even retain this. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and you're made in the image of God. But a lot of women listen to the world standard. Now, sister, is it for you or for a man or men? Now, men, my brothers and my sisters, men basically go by the appearance, and we know that. Men basically go by the appearance. And when I say by the appearance, when men look upon a woman, a man look at how much that woman weigh, how that woman shape, and how her face look. It's going to be, now he'll glance at the face, but he's going to do a quick thing about about the body. How most men think it's about that woman's body. So he looking at that weight, and he looking how it's shaped. And a lot of you sisters are, unbeknown to yourselves, you listen to what men say, and you try to put yourself in that particular situation how men say you're supposed to look. Now, let me tell you this. Men have different preferences. You have some men that like, when it comes to body weight and shape, you have some men that like petite women. You have some men that like, women that got a little meat on. Then you go to the full figure, and then you can go to, extra weight and, stuff like that. Okay? Every man has a preference, my sister. Every man have a preference when it comes to weight and when it comes to shape and the face. That's why some people will look at some of you sisters, you will look at a man with a woman, and then if you see, men look at women differently than how women look at women. Because some women will look at a man and say, well, why he got her? Look how she look. And a lot of times they be talking about her face, and she don't look that. But you see, men have a total different perspective of how they look at women. And that's right, Sister Sherry, curvy girls. You're right. But you see, sisters, most women may not realize it, but a lot of times, sister, you put pressure on yourself. You continue to let the world dictate how you look, how much you weigh, and how much you shape. You have to be somewhat content, sister, with how you look and how you shape. Now, you got a whole bunch of men, and let me tell you something, when men look at that, a lot of time men look at a woman because they want trophies. They want a woman on their arms, whereas some men get more attention when they have a certain type of woman on them, their arms. You know what I mean? A lot of women have quote unquote trophy women. They might not even be into the woman themselves. Their mind might not be invested in the woman. Their will, their emotion might not be invested. It's just because she's a trophy piece. It's just like how some men go out there and hunt. They want it, like if they're gonna go hunt for a deer or whatever, they want to get the deer that got the biggest antler and everything. When they go fish, they want to go get the biggest fish, and they take pictures of it. So a lot of times, sister, when men look at you, you are a trophy to some men. And you see, a man that look at a woman as a trophy, guess what? He's gonna get tired of that trophy because he's strictly into the appearance. And he's going to go get another trophy called the trophy that he's with now. That trophy is going to get tarnished. And that's what men do. So, sister, a lot of time, it ain't nothing wrong with you trying to be presentable for your man. You see, you don't supposed to be thinking about men in general. You're supposed to be thinking about first your relationship with God, which is natural. But then you have to think about you. You should not think about how men look at you. You understand? I know some of you can't understand what I'm saying, but you can't go by how a man view you. You got to be who you are. There's no two women alike. There are no two men alike. Because you see, the thing about it, sister, you have preferences too in a man. Some of you, sister, you have preferences. The man need to be 6 feet, six pack, and all that kind of stuff. And most of the time, some men, and this not no beat down on men, a lot of times there are some men, they weightly challenge or shapely challenge, but they have these preferences, have preferences for women. And that's what I don't understand. But there are some guys that like that. They want to be such, just like this, a 10. But realistically, there are no such thing as a 10. There's no such thing as a 10. You can get close to the 10, but there's no such thing as a 10. There's no perfect women when you look at how she shape and weight, and there are no perfect men when you look at how they shape and make. No one. But you can be highly attractive. You can certainly be highly attractive, but that doesn't mean that you're supposed to build yourself and think about how a man or men look at you. Like when you look at social media and everything, some women, they're caught up. Like some women, they don't understand it. Why do you work out? Are you working out for you, or are you working out for men to look at you? You have to ask yourself that question. Is it for you? Is it for a health reason? Or is it for an appearance reason? A lot of women that work out and stuff, a lot of them, they're trying to get that body firm and all that kind of stuff. But are you trying to get the body firm for men to look at you? Or are you trying to do it for yourself? Is it a health reason? Because you see, if there are some men that they say they want the small and petite woman, or the woman that got curves and stuff, right? And then you have some women that are real heavy set on this side, right? So if you go by the appearance, a man might say, okay, I want that small petite or that curvy woman, and I don't want that woman that's got extra meat on her, right? But you see, the thing about it, he's looking at the woman from his eyesight, because a small or curvy woman, they can have health issues. on the, they could really have health issues. Whereas it might appear like the woman that got a little more meat on her, she should have the health issues. And that's based on going by the appearance. That's how some men do. So some of you sisters, when it comes to your weight and shape, it's supposed to be all about you. You have to know who you are. Cheryl said, I used to think that when people say man is a sit pat that he had a beer belly. No. No, Cheryl. But hey, a woman should view herself as uniquely made by God for a purpose. Sister, however you came into this world, okay, you got your father and mother got together, right? But you got to look at it this way. When you came into this world, God created you how he wanted to create you. It just one you. When God created you, sister, he threw away the mold. He did not keep the same mold. And that go for brothers too. He did not keep the same mold. So you got to get to the point where as you got to be content and you got to know who you are. Once you know who you are, sister, you won't have to get the approval of the media. You won't get manipulated by the media. You won't have to get manipulated by a man or men. Some of you sisters in a relationship right now, and a man is controlling you mentally because he be beating you down. He call you stuff like you fat. You got cellulite and all that kind of stuff. Okay, you might have a little more meat on you, or might have cellulite. But you see, you allow this man. This man did not create you. You understand? The man did not create you. God created you through your parents. And you have to keep that in mind. So you should not let a man or men do that. Now, there's a lot of women not only on social media, but there are women in public. Why do they market themselves, right? Because subconsciously you allow the world and men to dictate to you some things. And now, since you allow the men to dictate things to you and it's ingrained on your subconscious mind, you're playing into the world and you're playing into men. You understand that what you're doing? Why do some women like to show their body parts? As really, what is it? What really is it besides low self-esteem? What really is it what cause a woman to try to market herself in the public and on social media? Cheryl said, yes, that's right, Cheryl. You should lose weight for yourself. It should be for you, sister, not for no man or men. Now, some of you sisters, when you go to work out, there's nothing wrong with working out. But you see, the origin thing is, why are you doing it? Why really are you doing it? You have to ask yourself that question. A lot of sisters, you don't ask yourself that question too much. But you think you're doing it for you, but you're not doing it. You're doing it because you want men to gaze upon you. Not a man, but men. You want men to gaze upon you. So if you want a man to gaze upon you, those men that gazing upon you, they dictate, they're in control. You're not in control. When you see a lot of women like to expose their bodies and stuff, they're not in control. They are in this matrix, and the matrix is dictating to them how they should be. And that's how a lot of women are today. They're in this matrix, and the matrix saying, look, you need to be this shape, and you need to be this tint. And not only that, we could throw hair in. The world tell you your hair need to be this way. I must say this. My black sisters, when you get hair, the world dictate, and we talk about the weight, the shape, and I'm throwing in the appearance and how you look in your face. The world dictates to you how the texture of your hair is supposed to be. There was this movie that Chris Rock had a long time ago. I don't know whether you all seen this movie. It was called Hair. The world dictate to you sisters so much, you black sisters so much, whereas you don't really want to deal with your own natural hair. There's nothing wrong with getting your hair looking good and stuff like that, but you really don't want to deal with your natural hair. But there's nothing wrong with you getting your hair tinted or wigs and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes some of you sisters, are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it for a man? That's the thing. You got to understand, is it for yourself or a man? Now, when you see these women on social media, even in public, when they're showing a lot of their body parts and stuff, men, they look at their body weight and they look at their shape. Or now they glance at their face, but they more focused on that body weight and that shape. Now you have some men that strictly will come out and tell a woman, I don't want no full-figured woman. And then you have some guy that say, I don't want no small woman. That's their preference. But sister, you should not let a man preference put you in a mold that you got to be one of those type of women. You understand? You don't have to be that type of woman. Let me expound something to you. I got to go to God's word first because I'm going to prove a point. Okay? We're going to go to 1 Samuel 16:4. Again, 1 Samuel 16:4. When I read it to you, you probably going to say, well, what does this have to do with what you're talking about, Tony? Just stay with me. I'm going to show you something, okay? In 1 Samuel 16:4. Now, let me give you the background of Samuel was a prophet of God, right? And the first king of Israel, Saul, had messed up, right? So now God decided to move Saul. Okay? So he sent Samuel to this man named Jesse. And we're not talking about Jesse James. Now check this out. Samuel did what the Lord said. When he arrived at Bethlehem, the elders of the town trembled when they met him because they didn't know why Samuel coming. They had great respect for Samuel. He was a prophet. They asked, do you come in peace? Samuel replied, yes, peace. I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. Concentrate yourselves and come to sacrifice with me. Now, when he did that, and it was somebody there, then he concentrated Jesse and his sons and invited them to the sacrifice. Now, who is Jesse? Jesse, as you know, is King David. And you all are familiar with King David. He was the giant killer. Him and Bathsheba did their thing. He was the king of Israel. He was a man, the Bible said, after God's own heart. That David. But it said, then he concentrated Jesse and his son and invited them to the sacrifice. Now, Jesse brought all his sons there, but David was not. When Samuel came to Jesse's house, David was not there. David was the youngest son. Keep in mind, David was not there. I'm about to tell you where David was at. You see, the Lord had sent him to Jesse to pick someone to be the king. Like sister, God could pick you to be the queen of something that he got something in mind for you. Okay? God picked you, sister, to be a queen. You got to understand that. Now, 1 Samuel 16:11, it says, So he asked Jesse, are these all the sons you have? You see what happened? Samuel thought, based on how Jesse's son was tall, how they look and all that kind of stuff, he was going by the appearance. You understand? He was going by the appearance. So he asked Jesse, are these all your sons you have? And then he said, there is still the youngest. Jesse answered, he is tending the sheep. Samuel said, send for him. We will not sit down until he arrived. So he sent for him and had him brought in. He was glowing with health. You understand? He was glowing with health. Key word, health, health. And he had a fine appearance. He looked nice. You could tell he was healthy. and he looked nice, and he had a handsome figure. Then the Lord said, rise and anoint him. So, sister, you got to understand who you are. You are uniquely made. Understand? This is the one. So the Lord decided that this is the one that I want, David. So Samuel took the horn oil and anointed him in the presence of his brother. Sister, don't get down on yourself how your weight is, but be healthy in how you shape, because God is going to put you in the presence of other people that are not going to like you for who you really are. So that's why you have to embrace, sister, who you are. And the Lord is going to anoint you. And from that day on, the Spirit of the Lord came powerful upon David. Samuel then left. Now, key thing I want you, sister, to remember, and this for men too, but listen to this. 1 Samuel 16:7. Again, 1 Samuel 16:7. 1 Samuel 16:7, it said, But the Lord said to Samuel, do not consider the appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. You see how God view how he created us compared to how a man or woman, but I'm talking about you, sister, tonight. You see how God looks at you compared to how a man or men look at you. It's better for God to see who you are from the inside than how men view you on the outside. Again, 1 Samuel 16:7 said, but the Lord said to Samuel, do not consider his appearance or his height. For you, sister, don't let men be considered about your weight and your shape, for I have rejected him. If you're not a woman that God needs, you're not that important anyway. Okay, as far as men go. And then it said the Lord does not look at things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. There you go, bam. Men. It said people, but men in general look at the appearance. But the Lord look at the heart. So, sister, why are you trying to do all this stuff? Why are you trying to get your body cut up? You going to Brazil, you going here, you trying to get all these liposuction and all that kind of stuff. When you what's more important is what's on the inside of you. Now, the outside is important because you're supposed to keep the outside healthy. You can't, sister, let me tell you this. The way you came in the world is how God wanted you to come live in the world, but he just wanted you to keep yourself healthy. You know why God wants you to keep yourself healthy? Because he have a purpose in mind for you. Not for a man, but for you. Even though you were created for the man, because the Bible said that the man was not created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. It's one man, that's a man that God sent to find you. But on your own, sister, what's more important to God is what's on the inside. And when a man approaches you, sister, it's about what's on the inside. That's what you should concentrate on. Like I had talked a few nights back, some of the questions that you need to ask a man when he comes talking to you. But sister, you need to understand that when a man comes to you and he talking so much about your appearance, even if you're an attractive woman, there's nothing wrong about you being attractive. Guess what? You didn't have nothing to do with how attractive you are. That had something to do with God. Your mom and your daddy got together and boom, you here. So however you look, you didn't have nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. But now you're not happy. You're not happy. You look in the mirror, you're not happy. When you get to a certain goal, you're still not happy. You always going to see something that you need to change. Sister, you all have so much, a lot of times, sister, you all put so much pressure on yourselves. Sometimes men do it, but men in general, they don't put that much pressure on themselves as you all do when it comes to the appearance. But you allow, like I said, the media and men in general, call a lot of men are behind the media. So they tell you how you're supposed to look and how you're supposed to be shaped. And those images that you see in magazines, those images that you see on TV and the movie, the skin color and stuff, it telling you that's how you're supposed to be. So you get all that stuff locked in your mind and you try to do that. But you're not those women on the movie, the TV. You are you. You're not the woman in the magazine. You let the world and the media and men tell you how you supposed to look. I mean, your weight and your shape. Only thing you should concentrate on, sister, is how healthy you are. You're supposed to make sure you are healthy when it comes to your body, because you are carrying around your soul and you're carrying around the Spirit of the Lord. That's the most important, your spirit and your soul on the inside of the body. You just need a healthy body. You come in different mass sizes, sisters. You do. I have seen some women that, and some of you all probably have seen some women that they have a lot of body mass, right? But some of these sisters, you know what set them apart from some sisters, the world. Some of these sisters that got a lot of body mass, when you see them, they don't care about what no people think. Because these women, they know who they are. How you doing, Sister Keisha? These women know who they are. They don't care about somebody got a preference. I mean, say she's too big and all that kind of stuff. A lot of these ladies that got a whole bunch of weight, they don't care about what nobody say. These ladies got confidence. They don't care. They don't let no man tell them how they look, how big they supposed to, how small they supposed to be, and how they shape. To tell you the truth, a lot of time a woman that she might have more meat than others, but her confidence get guys thinking, dog, you know, she got a whole bunch of confidence. Some women you could be very small and petite. But some of the women that's got more meat than you, they got more confidence than some of you sisters that's small. Some of you sisters that got curved figures. Some of the other women, they got confidence. They don't care what the world say, and they definitely don't let no man dictate how they look. And I know some of you probably know a woman that's just like that. They don't let no man dictate. They don't let the media tell them how they're supposed to look. But what the media has started doing now, what the media has started doing, they have started putting plus-size women. If you notice this, they have started putting plus-size women in front of you. Are they doing it for the woman that she plus-size, or are they doing it to sell a product? When the media do it, when the TV does it, the TV shows, when the movie does it, it's not about the woman. It's about they trying to get that money. Whenever you see, and a lot of times they manipulating you sisters. No matter what shape you are, the media and men, they're manipulating you, because it's all about me, myself, and I. That's right, Sister Keisha. They're trying to sell a product. Like I said, more recently, they put more plus size women there, okay? And they look okay. But it ain't about the plus size woman. It's about they trying to sell a product, and they using the woman, or they using women. It's a game. It's a big game. Sisters, before I get off. You need to keep in mind, men view your body weight and shape, but they cannot dictate to you your body weight. They cannot dictate to you your shape. The only thing that you need to do, sister, is know your relationship with God. You need to have a healthy body. You need to do it for God, and you need to do it for yourself, first of all, before a man or men. Before you get so down and out, because like I said, a lot of you sisters, it ain't nothing wrong with you losing weight and stuff if you're doing it for yourself, but don't do it for no man. That's what you got to understand. Don't do it for no man or men. I tell you what, when I get finished talking to you all right now, go on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. You're going to see a woman that's showing herself. She might not even be saying nothing. And you see, this is the thing about it. A lot of you sisters, you market your behind. You market your behind. Yes, some guys like big behinds. Some men like little behind. But let me tell you this, sisters. Listen up. It ain't all about your behind. Yes, the behind, it could look good. You know, some sisters, they got flat behinds. Some sisters got big behinds. They got all kinds of behinds out there. It's your behind. All you need, sister, is something to sit on. Do you have something to sit on? But no, you want a big round behind, quote unquote, so you could turn around in the camera and you want guys to whistle at you. My question is, sister, is that all you have? Is that all you have, your butt? Is that it? Is that sums you up, right? That sums you up. If that don't sum you up, you know how your brother Tony roll, your breasts. And I have talked about this several times, your breasts. Are you getting your breasts reduced for yourself? Or are you getting your breasts reduced for a man? So you could put a certain type of top on so they could look young and perky like they were when you was in high school. Sister, why don't you accept your breasts for what they are unless it's a health reason? Why don't you accept your breasts for what God gave you? Yes, if you have big breasts, eventually gravity going to take hold of them and they're going to go down. Like a man, his body's going to go down too. Yes, Sister Keisha. And it's going to go down. Yes, sister, if you have some large breasts, eventually they're going to go south. Men body parts go south too. I must put that in. Men body parts go south. But you want to look young, right? You want to look young. You go to the butcher and you say you want to call them surgeons. The only thing they want is your money. That's all they want. They want your money. And they will slice and dice you however you want to do it. And you'll get to the point where you won't even be happy with the slice and dice. You'll keep going under the knife and going under the knife and under the knife, and you never will be happy. You never will be happy because you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for approval of other people. Men. Not yourself, men. I had to bring it to your attention. It's more to you. God does not consider the appearance or the height, and he don't consider the weight. He don't consider the shape, because God made you how he wanted you to be. He doesn't look at the outward appearance. Men do that. God does not. Sister Flo said, tone low. Becky, look at her butt. That's right. So, sister, why do you continue to put all this pressure on yourselves? Ask yourself the question. Why do you, let me tell you all this. A lot of times men get to the point where they don't care whether they stomach way out here. They just be happy. They be happy they're still gonna eat all that soul food, the ice cream, and y'all doing all this stuff. It ain't nothing wrong with having a healthy body, but do it for you, not men. Yes, men view your body, your weight, and your shape. But every man got a preference. You can't please all men, so that's what some of you all don't understand. You can't please all men. You will never please all men. The man that you need to please is the Lord Jesus. And after the Lord Jesus, you should please yourself and then your husband. Be healthy for the Lord, yourself, and your husband and your children. That's who you're supposed to be healthy for. But what other men say or how other men look at you. Some of you sisters, you got a husband right now and you more interested in what other men think about you than your own husband. You could have a good man and you just find, he just look at you and say, you fine to me. But no, you looking for other men to build your, whatever you got going on up there. It's more, other men's opinions not important, sisters. It's not. Some of you sisters got a husband right now, and then you'll let a man at an office or somewhere tell you how, baby, if you lose a little more weight, you'll be all right. You'll be tight. If you go to the weight room and do this, your butt can get a little more tight and stuff. You let other men dictate to you instead of your husband probably happy with you. Now, if your husband not happy with you, it go for him too. It go for him too. You just make sure that you're healthy. Yes, it's important that you have a healthy body, but you're going to be differently made from everybody else. Sister, start paying attention to all that TV stuff, all those movies, magazines and stuff. You're not one of those women. You're not one of those women. Be who you are. Be who you are. Don't try to be no one else. You, again, before I get out of here, Psalms 139:14, David said, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderful made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Remember that, sister, and it goes for you too. When a man look at you, and no matter what he say, if he try to downgrade you, if you look at the media and all that kind of stuff and how they say a woman's supposed to be this size, this height, this shade, and her hair need to be a certain way, don't go by that. You look at yourself, you be content and say, I am fearfully and wonderful made. God accept me. I'd rather for God to accept me than any man. With that said, my brothers and sisters, I hope that you all have a very unique and good night. Because guess what? I'm about to get out of here. I love you, brothers. I love you, sisters. Sister, I hope that I told you something that you could take to the bank. Be who you are. Don't try to impress no man or men. The only person that you should be oppressing is God through his son, Jesus Christ. And after that, you be healthy, be healthy, be healthy. I love you, sisters. I love you, brothers. Peace out.